We come to this place for magic.
We come
The
to
Last Will
AMC
Podcast.
theaters to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that. All of us.
That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim and we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together.
Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel.
Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best parts of us, and stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here, they are.
The Last Will Podcast.
We make movies better.
Podcast. Thank you for listening to The Last Will Podcast. I'm Matt Young. I'm a theater educator and a parent. And ever since I lost my father to cancer, I have been mildly obsessed with death. This is my last will and testament. Today we have a special intro for a special guest and a very special episode. This, back in the day, when they called them very special episodes, is the epitome of what a very special episode is. My niece Leni came in and we discussed just about everything. We talked about her college essay, which is about regret. We talked about her mother, my sister, a lot, and the pressures that come when you are named after someone specific who meant a lot to people. A lot of really interesting things about grief came up, and I'm so proud of her for coming on and sharing, and I really think we all have a lot to learn from episodes like this. So thank you for listening. Thank you to Leni for coming in, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Did you do anything fun last night?
No, I was supposed to, but I bailed.
All right.
I decided to sleep.
To sleep. Sleep is
Yeah, I became a homebody.
the most important meal of the day.
Yep.
I get it.
Actually, yeah, I did skip out dinner and lunch to sleep. Because I had dinner plans, but I chose to go to bed.
That's good. I couldn't sleep. I had a show last night,
Oh, you poor thing.
but I was exhausted during it. I could have absolutely took a nap easily. An intermission, I felt like that. I felt like it would be a good time to nap. Anyways, we've started. This is the way we start. We always go with a soft beginning and stuff like
wow.
that. So I'm glad you didn't say anything incriminating.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Look, anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
In the court of Mima's room.
Yes, yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Last Will Podcast. It is me, and as I said last week, we're going to have a special guest, and it is my niece, Leni May.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well rested, I guess, is what we have on
Oh,
the...
I'm very well rested.
That's nice. So we've talked about you being on the podcast
Yeah.
for a long time, and you thought, like, I was never going to let you on. And you're like, when can I come
Yeah.
on? And I was like, Sunday.
Kind of unfiltered.
Yes. Well, you know, we don't have to put everything out there, but I guess we try to be as unfiltered as we can be. So, we were having a discussion. It was your mother's birthday on Sunday, and we all went out to dinner, and we started to have some discussions.
Yes.
And you are a senior in high school now.
I am.
Yep.
This is true.
Just get a little closer to that mic
Okay.
for you. Just
Is that
a little
better?
bit. Yeah.
Better?
Yeah. Or you could bring the mic to you too.
Better?
Yes. If your friends listen to this
Oh,
and
God.
you're quiet, they're gonna go, "That's not Leni. Where's Leni?" Because they know you're not quiet. Yeah. So we're just trying to get the levels.
Hello?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay.
Whoa. Just about there. So we were having discussions
So where am
in trying to quietly celebrate your mother's birthday.
Yeah.
And a lot of things just came up, and I thought it'd be interesting for us to talk about them if you're comfortable talking about them.
Yes.
As I said before, you're a senior, so one of the things that you're doing right now is you're trying to work your way into college.
Yes.
And in doing that,
College essay.
you are responsible for a college essay. And your essay Does it have a title?
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
But it's like about regret, kind of. So it started off as an essay prompt,
Right.
and then it kind of like formed into like a college essay kind of thing.
Which I thought was really interesting, and also an opportunity for you to open up about some things that maybe had been pushed down for a while. So in choosing regret, it puts you like right there in the forefront of big things that have happened in your life. And so do you want to tell us a little bit about what you decided to write about?
Well, obviously I wrote about my mom because, trying to get into college here. But with my mom tying into regret, I wrote about how like I never got a chance to like say goodbye, kind of, and how like I will live with that regret for the rest of my life, kind of. And it's a very dark topic and like subject, but I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's a dark subject, but I don't think it's as dark as you think it is, but I get why you think it's dark. You were 9 years old when your mother passed away, my sister. I knew her a lot longer than you did. You were 9, and most of your life she was sick, right?
For 5 years she was sick, so.
I don't know that I have many memories of when I was 4.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cloudy stuff before that. I remember getting Scooby-Doo color forms. You didn't even know what color forms are. For a 4th birthday when I was in Florida at Mima's mother's house apartment. I remember that, but like as far as real memories go, so I can't imagine you had a lot of memories before she was sick.
Not really. I mean, like, there were times where I didn't grasp the concept of cancer. So, like, on her good days, I'd be like, oh, she's healthy again. Like, we're fine.
Right.
And so, like, those were kind of like what I'd substitute for her healthy memories, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then there's times, like, she'd be sick and, like, in and out of the hospital. And sometimes I would have to go because no one could watch me. So I would, like, go in the hospital with her and, like, think it's, like, a field day.
Right.
Yeah.
It's, it's really hard to totally understand disease when you're a kid. I'm sure there were times where it was like, why do we have to do this again? Why can't I do this?
Yeah.
Because mom's sick and stuff like that.
That happened a lot.
Yeah.
Because I remember one time we had do you know what STEAM is?
Yes.
Yeah, we had the fair at my elementary school. I was in kindergarten. I begged her to go or to take me or something. She was too sick. But I started crying, like screaming, because, all my friends are going, let me go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you said something, and we're just jumping around here, that I don't know that I totally grasped on Sunday. And it was that you didn't really know your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was sick, that was her identity a lot of the time. And so you really didn't know her.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, you have lived this life that is everybody who knew your mom is throwing that on you, blanketing you with that, suffocating you with, you look like your mom, you sound like your mom, you got your mom's sense of humor. And it's this person that you don't feel like you really know who she is. And you don't get a lot of your mom from me, and you don't get a lot of your mom from Mima, because we're very much on the opposite side.
Yeah.
If my father, who you're named after, was here, you would get a little bit more of your mother.
I look adopted.
Well, in this family,
around,
yes.
Well, around you, the boys, and Mima, I look adopted.
Well, that's the way I grew up. All right. I grew up with the recessive genes. I was blonde, green-eyed, and everybody else was dark featured, and they tanned. Yeah. And I never tanned. I just turned red. So you're having a little bit of my adoption syndrome. They said that I was a Carter's kid.
Yeah.
Yes. So I do. Whenever I run into the Carters, I call them brothers and sisters because I must have come from there. But that was really like a realization for me about not only the difficulty of growing up with your mother being sick, but also the legacy of that after she was gone that's put
Yeah.
on you that it's hard for you to connect to. And yet you're a people pleaser.
Obviously.
And so you're trying to give everybody
Yeah.
what they want in those moments of they want to connect with your mom. They want to connect with Leni at that moment. But it's foreign to you.
Yeah. I mean, it is a lot of weight to carry, kind of, from having, Papa Len's name
Mm-hmm.
and looking and acting like my mother. It's like, I was thinking about this last night, like, I have big shoes to fill.
You do?
And it's like, kind of like, it's not stressful because, like, I love it. Like, I love how I'm named after such an important man, and, like, my mom was such an important person
Yep.
to others. I love that. But, like, at the same time, it's like, I'm just a teenage girl.
Trying to survive.
Like trying to survive, trying to get through my SATs right now.
Yeah.
And then like a month ago we went to see Papa Len's side of the family,
Right.
and they were all like, "You're just like him, you're just like your mother." And I'm like,
What do I do with that?
I met you people 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like I walk in the house, they all look like me though, which was beautiful.
Well, now you felt less adopted then.
Oh yeah, I felt so less adopted. They all looked like me. But I didn't know any of them. They're all from Long Island.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how to say, because they were like, "You sound just like her. You have the same rasp. You're making the same jokes." And I'm like, okay, sorry.
Can I just say this? I
What?
think most of your jokes are at a higher level than your mother's.
Thank you. It's the trauma.
Lean like to. She could. How do we even say it? She could scrape the bottom of the barrel. The simplicity of some of her jokes are crowd pleasing, but for somebody who studied comedy like myself, I'd be like, "Come on, you could do better than that." It's interesting though. You are a very social person. I'd say you're probably a hybrid too. You have some introvert qualities, but you're also an extrovert. You have a big group of friends. I've gone to one of your birthday parties at Hibachi, and we take up it feels like 3 tables. I know it's only 2 tables. No, maybe we did take up 3 tables one time.
We did take up 3 tables one time.
So you have a lot of friends. You're social, and what a beautiful thing that you're carving out your own status. Because you've lived under the status of your mom and under my father. What do you call him? Grandpa Len?
Papa Len.
Papa Len? It's so weird to me because that's not...
Because he never was a grandfather.
Right. That's true.
I don't know.
True.
That's just what Mima called him, so that's what I call him.
Yeah, it's
Or it might have been what... No, Julia wasn't alive yet. Julia Daly?
she was alive.
For Papa Len?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's what she called
Yeah,
him.
no, your timeline's way off. No, I don't think so. I don't think she called him anything. I don't know that they had real interactions together. Dad didn't love children,
Oh,
like little children. He didn't really know what to do with them.
how perfect.
They had to get to a certain age before they were.
Mima's the same
entertaining.
way. She won't go around babies.
Yeah.
She's like, they need to at least smile at me first.
Well, yeah. She's she had to raise us, and then she had to raise you. She's done with all of that.
Tired.
Yes. But no, you're living under this heavy, a bit of pressure and status, and yet you're carving out your own niche. And they don't know your mom, and they don't know my father. So none of that matters to any of them, which is, I think, a beautiful thing. As you're writing this essay, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're focusing on one major regret, or...
Yeah.
Want to tell us about it?
Sure. So basically the whole premise of my essay is basically how I regret not saying goodbye to my mom.
Yeah.
Because I was in so much denial as a little kid, because...
You were 9.
How do you tell a 9-year-old like that? So I was in so much denial, and I just didn't say goodbye, and I didn't understand the concept. And it's kind of like, sometimes it's like, I forget about it, and it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Life moves on. You can't do anything. And then I remember, and sometimes like, that's kind of sad. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, it's kind of like how, I don't know how to explain it. It's like so hard to explain.
Yeah. No, look, feelings can be really, really difficult to put words into. I think I've said it on this podcast before, but Ethan Hawke, the actor, has this beautiful saying, and it's like, who loves poetry? Who needs poetry in their life? Well, poetry means something when you lose somebody or you fall in love for the first time. And that's where art and poetry become sustenance, because they explain things and can communicate things that we can't normally. Songs, beautiful example. Music can communicate things that we are feeling in a way that words just won't ever feel adequate enough to do. Do you let yourself really feel that sadness, though, when it comes? Or do you... Because I've seen you have a habit of pushing away deep emotion to stay on the surface, which is a survival technique, for sure. I think for a while when you were younger, I was like, no, we really need her to feel. She's got to work through this stuff. But, like, you're just trying to fucking survive.
Yeah. I mean, I was stuck into therapy at the ripe age of 7?
Yeah.
6?
Sounds about right. If we could all get everybody into therapy at 7.
Well, my mom knew it was coming. She just didn't know when.
Yeah.
So she was like, let's
Set
give
the
her
foundation.
some coping mechanisms first.
Absolutely.
But
a foundation of it.
Yeah.
Whether you're using it to its fullest ability or not.
Which I wasn't. I actually didn't start actually like talking about my mom and like talking about my dad and like stuff like that in therapy till I want to say like 7th grade. It took me a while.
I think that feels normal.
Yeah.
Not normal. I don't want to normalize it, because what you've gone through is not normal. It happens and people have to deal with it. But like, can we really expect you to do that before 7th grade, where you're like 12 or 13 or something like that?
Well, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I always knew what death meant.
Right.
Because let's think about it. Death is a common topic within our family.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just,
Yeah.
it's kind of bad, but it's what it is.
Right. It's why this podcast exists at all.
It's what it is. But so I don't know. It's always been like this revolving topic, kind of like, I guess.
Yeah.
So like I always knew like what it was. I just didn't have it firsthand.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh, you're named after your grandfather that died, basically. I was like, oh, okay. And I just moved on.
Right. What do I do with that? Nothing. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Yep.
So I moved on. And then, my mom died. And for me, it's like, Mima never actually told me. I heard her over the phone with, I stayed in a hotel with Auntie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I heard Mima on the phone with Auntie. It was like 6 a.m., something like that. And she was like, hey, lean past. Bring Leni in the morning. Da-da-da. I'll talk to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Auntie being deaf, I heard it was full volume. So I heard all of it.
Right.
And so I was just like, oh, shucks. Like, damn. And then I went to bed and I called it a night.
Yeah.
And I went to bed at 6 a.m. because Auntie was too scared to fall asleep. And I am up when others are up.
Yeah.
So basically, and then we got home. Mima sits me on the deck. There's Dunkin' everywhere. Everyone's in the house. Do you remember how?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the Jews, we tend to deal with grief
Oh my
with food.
God, so much food.
Yes.
So much cannolis.
Yes.
Do you remember how many cannolis there were?
They just kept coming.
Yeah, and so there's so many people in the house. There's like a bunch of Dunkin',
Yep.
like 4 things of Dunkin' coffee. Mima like sits me down and she's like, hey, and I'm like, I know. She's gone. I get up, walk away.
Yeah.
That was it. And then I had a bunch of friends come over for sitting Shiva.
Yep.
I hated all of them. I would sit in my corner and
Yeah.
they would play. Oh, I was such like a loser kid.
Allow yourself a little bit of grace, right? You've just gone through a huge trauma that you're not letting in.
Yeah.
You're probably using a lot of your energy, mental, physical, to stay level, to not let that get into your psyche, to not want to get more curious about what that could mean for the rest of your life. The permanency of death is, how do you wrap your head around that when you're 9 years old?
Yeah. I mean, like,
Disney tries to help you by
my
making all
God.
of their movies where parents die at the
am I
beginning
going to
of it.
see my mother in the ocean surrounded by waves?
Is that Moana?
Call Me Moana.
Yes, there you go.
No, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I do believe that, like, not in the afterlife, but like, I'll see her again eventually. That's what I choose to believe.
Yeah.
Because that's like, I think where I find peace with the situation.
Yeah.
But
You say that right now, and it makes me think, like, when I'm most down about my father being gone, I think to myself that the boys get to experience who my dad was through the dad that I've become.
Yeah.
And that keeps me afloat for a little bit, you know? But I don't know what that equivalent for you would be, you know? Is it these stories? Because it feels like these stories and the comparisons feel like a much heavier weight that you have to deal with. Is it becoming easier? Is it not? Obviously, you said you just went through an experience where everybody was like, oh, you're this and you're that and all of this, and it was a little off-putting, it sounds.
Honestly, I feel like it's become harder.
Okay.
Just because, like, my graduation's coming up, like, I'm getting older, and, like, as I'm getting older, she's not there.
Yeah.
Which I think is a hard thing to, like, wrap my head around. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, as you should. You've been pushing it down for so long. It's okay, Len. It's
No,
okay.
I'm never emotional. But I don't really talk about it. That's why.
I know.
Like, I never go into, like, full conversations. But, no, it's just, like, I'm trying to find the right words. Because Mima's there, obviously.
Yeah.
You know she's a good mother. She's your mother.
Yes. She's a good person, too.
Yeah. It's just hard because she's not mine,
Nope.
Mom. And sometimes I feel like when she's mad at me, she's screaming, like, at my mom.
That may be true, Len. That may be true.
Probably true.
There's a little bit of trauma there for me, Mom.
But I don't know. It's just like kind of like, it is harder because
Yeah.
it's easier when I'm like 10 and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Where's my iPad?
Yeah.
Versus when I'm 17 and I'm becoming an adult and I, like, do you know what I mean?
I do. You're growing. You know? There are tissues over there if you want them.
I hit the mic. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
No, I'm okay.
She's fine.
It comes in waves. I'll be fine.
Usually I bring the tissues over here just in case, and I
No.
didn't today, and that was very silly of me. No, what I was going to say
fine.
is you're growing, you're becoming more of an adult, you're becoming a more functioning human being in the world, you know, and all of these things, as hard as they feel, are exactly what you should be doing as you're moving forward. You should be more emotional. These big events that are coming up in your life are important, and it is okay to be sad about them. It took me a long time to sit with the idea of I could be sad about stuff, or that it was all right to be sad about stuff, or that people wouldn't hate me if I was sad about stuff, you know? And now I kind of sit in a melancholy all the time. You know, I call myself the Blue Hulk.
Oh.
The Hulk is always angry, and he's just in control of it. I'm always a little bit sad, and I like to be in control of it. But
Yeah.
it's right there in the surface all the time, and I think we often don't allow ourselves to have that. And you should allow yourself to have that. It's okay to be sad about this stuff. This is a big deal. It's a big deal. We just talked about it on the podcast. My friend Grady just lost his mother, right? And he is blah, blah, blah years old. We don't like to talk about how actually old he is. But, like, it's really hard for him. And sometimes he doesn't know what to do, and he doesn't know how to get himself out of the house, and he's afraid that he's being too much, you know? And Grady, I love him, can be too much in so many other ways. But this isn't too much. It's a big deal what happened to him, even at his age. It's a big deal what happened to you. And so for you to be dealing with it at this point in the way that you are, it'd be fucking weird if you weren't. Seriously, it'd be weird if you weren't.
I don't know.
You always, well, yeah.
I'm not an emotional person.
That's not true, though.
Oh, shush.
Oh, for purposes of broadcast. Yes, unemotional.
No,
She's like a robot.
Stop talking. I am an emotional person to whom I'm close with.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? But, like, most people have never seen me cry. It's like, but that again, that's the persona I gave myself,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with, and I made that happen for a reason because
Survival.
yes, and like when my mother died, I showed no emotion. I could have, but I didn't. I walked around with a sign that says $5 for a hug. Like, I was so inadequate with what was happening, and like I just didn't know what was going on, and I didn't want to know.
That is your mother and your grandfather's entrepreneurial mind, though.
Oh, perfect.
They would have been very proud of you.
Thanks. Made a dollar or two.
No, you had to.
Yeah.
Nobody should have been touching you and trying to grieve through you.
Yeah.
You know, we should have all, as a community, been protecting you. And if you didn't want to be touched and you didn't want to be hugged and you didn't want to talk to anybody, that should have been the primary thing that we do. Because myself, Mima, even your father.
Oh, don't even.
But
Don't
I'm just
even.
saying, should have grieved in a mature way. And our goal should have been to protect you.
I don't even want to
You
talk
know?
about my dad right now. He's making me mad.
That's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying, as the core amount of people who were closest
Yeah.
to your mom in some way at that time. And so I didn't want to not include him, but
Oh, no, you can. I can go on a whole tangent about him. He makes me so angry.
maybe that's another podcast. There's another podcast. It's a little different than this one.
No, but again, back to I can add on what you were saying before with him. It's like he gets mad at me. No, it's not even sadness and anymore. Anger he still shows towards my mom. He gets out through me.
Yeah.
So that just adds on to the point of I'm just this kind of middle ground
Yeah.
that people used to argue between my mom and them, because my dad would be like, you're just like your mom, you know how to rub people the wrong way just like your mom did, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And I'm like,
He's using it.
and then 2 seconds later he'll pull the, I loved her, I always wanted to be with her. And I'm like, are you sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse.
Oh, you are.
I'm like, are you fucking serious? What the hell?
It's
It's insane.
it's a little bit of emotional abuse. And probably by a little bit, it's a lot of emotional abuse. But I can see the foundation of that, because I think after your mother died, our relationship felt a little bit like that. And I definitely had the thought a few times of, you're not lean.
Yeah.
And whether we got along all the time, or I was trying to push her to want more and want better, that shouldn't be the relationship that you and I have. But it was hard, because I was in lesson mode. How do I help? And you're like, fuck you. I don't want lessons now. This means this to me, and this means this to me. And you are allowed to do that. And it took me a while to figure that out, for sure. I hope it hasn't felt like that in a while.
No.
I do have my little lessons and stuff like that, but I try to be a soft place to land.
But again, it's also I'm growing up and I need lessons.
Right.
And I get lessons from everyone, not even just my teachers, from Mima. My favorite lesson Mima taught me was nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. or 12 a.m.,
All right.
whatever one it is.
All
That's
right.
my favorite lesson she's taught me. But do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
I get lessons from everyone every single day.
Yeah.
And that's a part of growing up, though.
It is a part of growing up, but I think probably people may look at your situation and go I have an obligation to help her out because she doesn't have this thing. But I think that's a really interesting topic that you brought up. I'm sure Mima starts off at a 5 to a 6 with you because of everything that went on with Leni when she was a teenager and stuff like that.
She wakes me up very aggressively in the morning.
Well, maybe that's just you got to get more sleep and you got to be ready for school. But I also know that she knows that you're very different than Leni.
Yeah.
You're a much better student than either your mom or I was.
Thanks.
She respects the fact that it's important to you to do well.
Yeah.
Your mom and I, we were trying to get by all the time. I don't know that it was important that we did well. It was important that I did well in theater, but outside of theater, that wasn't it. It was important that your mom did well when she was working with special ed. That was important, but like the rest of it wasn't that. And she sees you thriving, and that's like as barky as she can be at certain things. You're really a success. You know?
I try to be, truly, because it's like, I don't know. I feel like I love seeing those stories of where people who were dealt the shittiest hands just rise above it. Like, that's like my favorite thing to like watch on TV or whatever it is. And I'm not saying I have the worst scenario, but like I was dealt a shitty hand, and like I want to see myself do better. I want to have kids and create a future for them that I didn't have.
Yeah.
You know?
All of that's it's really a beautiful thing, and even more so, it doesn't come from Mima pushing you.
Yeah.
It comes from within you.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we always hope for our kids. That's what I've realized as a parent, is you want it to come from within them, the desire to do well, the desire to work hard. It can't come from outside sources because that's not sustainable. Yeah. But when it comes from in you and it's part of your DNA, that's like, it's really important.
Well, my father has no sense of drive. So, and he makes that known to me.
Right.
He's like, I don't know why you're going to college. I don't know why you want to go to college. College is a waste of money. And I'm like, okay.
For you, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you and your GED.
It's, I guess there is a beautiful example in that, too, of what not to do.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of kids that I grew up with who, parents drank a lot, or, they were into marijuana at the time, and they went very, like, straight-laced. Like, the example went the other way sometimes, too. And so it seems like, in a weird way, that he's an example of that stuff that you don't want. Clearly an example of what you don't want and stuff.
No.
But we don't have to talk about him. Your essay, back to your essay.
Yes.
I think it's brilliant. And I think it's brilliant because it gives you an opportunity to show colleges deeply who you are.
Yeah.
Is it manipulative? I think any tragedy has the opportunity to be manipulative. And I don't think that that's a bad thing in terms of you using that to help let them know exactly who you are. On the other hand, I really love the fact that it gives you an opportunity to open up and be this emotional person that you don't necessarily feel the most comfortable with. I didn't let myself cry in front of people till your mom died. So I had buried all of this bullshit and grief after my father died, thinking I can't be vulnerable for Mima. I can't be vulnerable for your mom. I have to push this down.
See, that's
I have to be this and I have to be that. Yeah.
That was my mindset.
I was 26. You were 9. And it took me 16 years, 14 years. Math is not my thing. But it wasn't until your mother died that I had to deal with all the things that I hadn't dealt with. So that you're coming around to it now. I mean, what a beautiful foundation to move forward, especially when you go to college, because that's real independence. You have obligations and stuff like that, but Mima's not going to be there yelling at you to get up in the morning. You're going to have to do it yourself.
I know.
You got to try to get classes that start at 11. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
But so for two reasons, I think this essay is a really beautiful thing for you to be exploring. You use a metaphor in it. Can you explain the metaphor that you use?
I use a lot of metaphors.
Well, I think that the base one about was it the ocean?
Oh yeah, it's like let me
pull it up.
Let me pull it up.
Pull it up. I got my essay on the phone.
Oh yes, and my supplementals.
Nice.
Okay.
It's nice. You were looking on your phone, and I decided to take a sip of coffee at the same time. So there's almost like dead air. Isn't that smart? Such a professional show we got going here.
It's on my school account. Let me whip this out.
Of course. Look, I think metaphors can be an incredibly powerful way to go about it. And I was really thinking about when you said it, like, oh my God, Grady could hear this and really benefit from it, because I thought it was such a strong metaphor, and it wasn't apologetic in any way.
Okay, ready? Would you tell a wave when or when not it should hit the shoreline? Or would you tell a fire it was or wasn't allowed to burn? In my opinion, grief has the same concepts of these natural ways of life. After losing someone you love, your world can feel like a natural disaster. That harmless little wave has just transformed itself into a terrifying tsunami. The fire that had been keeping you warm just became a forest fire, sweeping out homes of citizens. Queen Elizabeth II once said, grief is the price we pay for love. That's like my opening.
I think it's a strong opening, but I think that's pretty powerful. The idea, and I'm sure you've experienced it, I experience it all the time, is I think I'm going to get the water brushing up against the sand of the shore. And then all of a sudden a medium wave hits me, and I didn't expect it. Mm-hmm. And then on other days, I'm expecting a big tsunami, and I get this little wave. And then one day it's a tsunami. It's like, it's unpredictable. Like, we just celebrated your mother's birthday. Yeah. Right?
Which I was fine.
I was fine, too. I thought I thought it was the right way to go about it.
Yeah.
I ordered chicken franchise because that was the thing that she loved to do. We went to an old Fairfield restaurant, and we actually talked about her in a constructive is probably the wrong word, but like a healthy way.
Yeah.
You know, where we weren't forcing ourselves to be like, oh, let's go over memories of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But we were just like talking about her and talking about her being gone, and it felt very healthy. This year, when it was my father's birthday, I felt like a wreck. And I didn't expect that. It hadn't happened to me for a long time. And I just felt like a wreck. Yeah. And you just can't predict when these things are going to happen. The first time I did a Shakespeare play, after, so she passed in October. It's coming up soon.
Tuesday.
2 days. There we go. Tuesdays. We're going to have tacos. Do you celebrate the death day? That's such a weird one to do, too. But sometimes you feel like obligated to.
I don't know. We used to go to the cemetery.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Was it for her birthday or?
I want to say it was Death Day.
I think it was. We got like purple streamers because.
That was her color?
Streamers? Okay.
Celebration? And maybe it was her birthday. Let's hope it was her birthday.
Celebration, question mark? No, and then we went to hibachi. I'm down to go hibachi again this year. I love hibachi.
Yes. Well, I mean, any excuse that we get to go to the hibachi, we'll take it. What was I going to say? I was going to say the first time, so she died in October, and I did Shakespeare that summer. We did the Tempest. Oh, excuse me, gassy. Memories make me gassy. I kind of fell apart opening night. Like that day, I was a little bit paralyzed. It's the first time that she wasn't going to go see a Shakespeare play that I did, and she basically hated Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But she always went. You know, she always went, even though she didn't like it. And I really broke down. I was more of a mess than I've been in a long time, and it was about this idea of she hated Shakespeare, but she always came. So it wasn't a big deal outside of our little relationship and stuff like that. So you never know. And that's, to me, that's your wave metaphor, is it can hit you just out of nowhere. And then how do you deal with it? And then do you judge yourself for dealing with it in an emotional way? The truth of the matter is, I shouldn't have thought twice about that breakdown. Yeah. It should have been the least weird thing that I did, you know, should have been that. Yeah. But I did. I was very, I don't know, shameful, but like I was very self-conscious about it. You know?
Well, I feel like, honestly, the words death and shameful have a lot in common. It goes together very well. It's what you didn't say, what you didn't do. Like, oh, like, I wish we hung out more. I wish I said goodbye. I wish this, that, and the third. And it brings shame on you because of the other's death. But, like, at the end of the day, it's like, that's not your fault.
No, it's really not.
It's not my fault. It's not anyone's fault. It's just kind of what happens, and how, again, given a shitty hand. And that's kind of like, you just take that and you like, you just got to take it and you got to move on.
We have to allow ourselves some grace.
Yeah.
You know, this idea of beating ourselves up for these silly things, it's first of all a waste of time.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything but like hurt you. You know, beat yourself up. There's no progress that you can get out of it. It's not like you can learn a lesson from any of that. But I feel like it's an American thing too. Like the way that we deal with death compared to the way the rest of the world deals with death. Maybe Europe's not as good either, but I don't know as much. But around the world, people handle death in so many different ways.
I know,
and I'm
like
sure
China,
shame isn't part of it.
I know, like China, they like praise it, I think, or is that like, I think, I don't know, I may be so wrong.
But in one of the Asian countries, or maybe
something like,
maybe through Buddhism or
it's like, oh, you're in a higher power now.
Yeah.
You lucky duck. Not like, oh no, like.
This play I'm doing right now, the whole third act is about death.
What play is it?
It's called Our Town. And so it's 3 acts. The first act is a day in the life of our town. The second act is called Love and Marriage, where we deal with love and the marriages. And then the third one is all about death. It takes place in a graveyard, and one of the main characters dies, and then she has to decide whether she wants to go back and relive a certain day in her life. And then she does, but she realizes that no one is really paying attention to her, and because the day has to live the way the day lives. And she can't connect to them the way that she wants to, and she knows everything that happens. So it's a really hard thing, and she like pulls herself out of it, not violently, but like, I got to get out of here. I can't. This is so awful. But I have these big speeches, and one of them is about there's something eternal in all human beings, and we're looking for that in terms of like death. And it's the people on earth who are grieving and all upset. It's really interesting. I can't remember what my point of the whole thing was.
It's like they're up there having a ball, and we're down here sad.
Well, it's almost not like that, because I say like it's like we all know that the dead don't stay attached to the living for very long.
Yeah. Gradually,
they lose hold of the earth and the things that they felt are important, and they just sit here, and the earthly parts of them, they burn away, but they sit here and they wait for something to happen, something that they think is this eternal thing that is going to bring them somewhere else, something great. But yet they're just there. But it's I can't remember what my point was. I'm doing this play like every night, and I can't remember what my point was. Anyways, forget it. Let's go. Let's get out of here. No, there's a healthy way to deal with death. You know.
Yeah.
There's a healthy way to deal with grieving, and I think that is quieting the shame where we can, allowing ourselves some grace, allowing vulnerability to be part of how we're dealing with it, and expressing ourselves, which is what you're doing with your essay. Yes, it's for the purposes of getting you into college, and I don't fucking care. Like, I don't. Like, do it. Do it for the reasons that you need to do it, and do it for the purpose of using this important thing to share who you are with colleges, so they know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I'm really trying. I mean, like, as you said yourself, back when we went out to dinner for my mom's birthday, I was saying how I need to make it more about me. And then you said it's kind of like how you are opening up so much. This is your character development. This is you showing how much you've changed. You're writing about it.
Yeah.
And, like, that really, like, it kind of connected with me. And I'm like, oh, like, I think he has a point. I think he's right, actually.
Very rarely.
Because I would never talk about it. And so me finally talking about it to these random college admissions counselors, like, out of all people in the world.
Right.
I was like, you know what? Yeah, I am changing. I am a better person.
You are. But also, like, and I think it is the expression of these things that have been in you for a long time. Putting it out there so you have to work through it, so it's a clearer idea. Just look at this, what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
You've got a microphone in front of your face. We're not looking anybody in the eye, but you're expressing yourself. You got emotional.
I did. Know? Well, I think it's also because it's 2 days away, the date.
Yeah.
And like for me, it's like this whole month
Is
horrid.
shitty. Yeah.
Like
Fuck
grades
October.
go down, mentality goes down, everything goes down.
You don't dress up for Halloween anymore.
Oh yes, I do.
Oh, okay. You have a costume? What do you
Yeah, I'm being a mermaid and a sailor.
and a sailor?
Yes, 2 different nights, Halloween weekend.
Okay.
Woo woo.
This is a very Lenny thing. Lenny doesn't ever do one costume.
No.
You've always done at least 2.
Last year I was a zebra, and then I was, I forgot her name from Princess Diaries.
So you guys have parties and stuff like that? Because I can't imagine you're going around the neighborhood
Oh,
trick or treating.
yeah, no, I'm going around the neighborhood in a tube top and booty and bloomer shorts because that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
No.
So, okay. So you got at least the last day
No,
of...
I like Halloween weekend just because it's kind of like I don't remember, kind of.
Yeah.
Like I let myself forget, kind of. And I'm not saying like I go into like drinking. Like, no, I don't like drink to forget. I'm not like I'm drinking to forget.
Right.
But it's more of the fact of like I'm surrounded by people who are with me and in the present. And it's kind of like I'd rather focus on that than my dead mom who died 7 years ago.
Yeah. You're
You know?
also celebrating and living life.
Yeah.
You know? You're not putting everything on hold.
Being a teenager.
Yeah.
That's like a big key for me. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like my childhood was kind of mildly like ripped away from me.
It was?
In the like most not harsh sense, I want to say. Because it was, but like at the same time, it's like, I know my Mima and my mom did a very, like tried very hard to make sure I had friends. I went out. I had play dates. I had sleepovers as a child.
Yeah.
So they tried really hard to like keep that like stability and like kind of like normal aspect of my life.
Yeah.
But
Your world was tainted a different color, though.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like how, I don't know how to explain it. It's like my childhood was ripped away from me from the fact of every time I left the house, I was like, oh, is my mom going to be home when I
Right.
come back? Or is she going to be in the hospital?
And
Or
we
is she
ha-
going to be dead? Or is she going to be fine?
Right.
Because she also was in remission
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yep.
So it's kind of like that all like, I just don't know what's going on.
It's very unpredictable. This is a weird example, but like, I think I brought it up on this podcast before, but like the dog that we had when my dad was sick, yellow Labrador named Mackie. And
Mackie.
He was, because there's a statue of Mackie, creepy statue of Mackie
Yeah.
that you've had in your house your whole life.
Yeah, because there's just not like a life-size version of him.
Yes.
Statue.
Yes. So Mackie became a diabetic and he had seizures, but everybody was away when he had a seizure, and I saw him. And I was like, oh, he's had a brain aneurysm or something. This is horrible. And then he came out of it, and then I brought him to the vet, and then found out he was diabetic. But then he had like 3 or 4 more seizures when I was around. No one else was around. And so I then lived with this dog, imagining that was going to happen at every moment. And so I have to imagine that you leaving the house, imagining all the worst scenarios that could happen, taints everything that you do. You can't ever sit easy, whether you know it or not. You're living with a certain amount of anxiety.
Yeah.
And then when Mima went into the hospital to get her new hip,
Oh my
like
god.
that was on like full display of all the trauma that you had been through, you know? And
Like
people
when
trying
she
to
fell
force
at-
you.
when she fell at the birthday party.
Yes.
Oh my god, my heart like sank. I ran.
Yeah.
Just because like I think about it, it's like without her, where do I go?
Right.
You know, it's like I don't want to go to New York
Yeah.
with my father and his family. It's like it's so much of the unknown.
Yeah.
Kind of, because like I'm old enough to the point where I can take care of myself.
Yep.
I can get myself to school this on the 3rd. Like I will be fine alone. But mentally it's like,
Yeah.
You know, like-
you feel like you're alone.
yeah.
You know? Well, we won't sell that house. That'll be
No, we're not.
That'll be up to you and I. We won't sell that house.
No.
Till you want to.
You can have it while I'm in college. But
Sure.
when I come back, I want it.
It'll be a little dusty when you
Can
get
I
back,
have
I'm
Mima's
sure.
closet?
Yes, you can have Mima's
Thanks.
closet. Look, we're just, Mima, I'm sorry, we're not splitting up your house right now. But Lenny's getting the closet.
Damn.
That means you have to clean it out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'll do the meme away. I'll hire people.
There you go. The
In her
meme
memory,
away.
I'll do it the meme away.
Yeah. So I was thinking when you were talking about leaving and having that anxiety and stuff like that, and it brought up a thought in me. But again, my brain is so thin right now with all the memorization that I've had to do that I have no recall. This was a really interesting conversation.
Yeah.
I applaud you for opening up. We could have done something soft where we were talking about, I don't know, a topic that was easy for you to talk about. But like as you're maturing, I think it's really important that you're dealing with it in the way that you're dealing with it, and you're dealing with it in the time. I was going to say restraint, but like the time that you can. You don't have to be on anybody else's clock, right? You're on your own clock. And maybe we open it up a little bit with this thing, and then you close up a little bit, and then maybe you open up a little bit later. It's your clock. And I think when this all happened, that was hard for me to wrap my head around for you. Because I was like, no, we can't not. She's got to be talking to somebody, like, because I was so desperate for you to not do what I did. Yeah. And so in some ways I made it about me. The only good part about that is that I've become aware of all of that. And I think it's a beautiful thing to watch you blossoming this way. Whenever somebody asks about you, I definitely have these feelings of pride. Oh, because I know that your desire to be a good student and be smart and want things comes from deep inside you. Yeah. And that I just couldn't be prouder of. You dabbled in the arts for a little bit,
I still have a love for it. It's just realized I'm not good at it.
Right.
It's like...
And only good plays. You only want to sit through 2 acts of good plays. I get that.
There's one you did that I really liked. I forgot which one. There's a couple you did that I really liked.
The one about Harry Potter, the Puffs. Did you see that?
Yeah, I like that one.
Because that's fun.
I liked...
This is the way I want to end all podcasts.
I like the when you were like a donkey.
Yes, Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, but when you were a donkey, that was a fun one.
Thank you.
That was a while ago, though.
Yeah, I think 3 years ago, 4 years ago at this point.
That was a fun one, though. I enjoyed that one.
I had a lot of deaths in that one.
Oh, my God.
That was a lot of fun.
There's a lot of things you do, like, that you do that I, like, will sit through and I will, like, listen to.
I appreciate that. I want to end all the podcasts like this.
Yeah.
Where my guests talk about all the plays that they like me doing. All the things that I'm good at. When does this essay have to be done by?
November 1st.
All right.
But it's like done basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supplementals.
Supplementals. That's extra stuff for certain colleges.
Yeah.
All
the
right.
part that's gonna make me shoot myself. Okay.
Well,
sorry, I don't mean that.
I
have to be careful.
We know you weren't really talking about that.
But no, the supplemental's the hard part because it has to be like $350 for every school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the questions are not good questions, or
it's like which colloquium?
Colloquium.
What I don't even know the word.
Yeah, I'm not sure I even know the
meaning.
Yeah,
it's like what topic. I don't know why you can't say topic. Would you be most strong about? Like, do you feel most strongly about?
But isn't it like topic compared to community or something? I may be way off, but a colloquium is like local?
I don't know.
All right.
I'll Google it when I get home.
Well, that is a yawn of we are finished. We are finished. Well, Leni, thank you for coming on.
Of course.
Thank you for sharing.
Anytime.
And next time, we'll do something. I think that to me, I think this is fun. But next time, maybe we'll do a silly topic.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was our episode. I really thought we were going to call it Regret, but I don't think that makes a lot of sense to call it that now. I'm going to have to come up with something. I'm going to think about it for a little bit. I tried to do this sum up a couple of times, and each time I didn't think it was as powerful as the episode was. So I'm just going to let the episode stand by itself. I know that I learned a lot. I know that there were things that I hadn't thought about that Leni had to go through. And, it made me sad and heartbroken, and yet gave me so much hope for where she is and how her life is going to turn out. She got dealt a shitty deck of cards. Is that what it is? A shitty hand of cards? I can't remember which metaphor she used. But I really feel like she's making the most out of it right now, and it's pretty inspiring. So, good for you, Leni. Good for you. Thank you for listening to the Last Will podcast. If you like what you heard, please rate, review, and subscribe. It is very helpful to us. If you want to find us, we can be found on Instagram at The Last Will Podcast. We can be found at thelastwillpodcast.com. And if you want to talk directly to me, you can go at Matt Young, MATYOUNG, at thelastwillpodcast.com. That's an email address for us. Until next time, onward, forward.